Mizzou's basketball roster is finally set. This is Under the Arch Sports. I'm Eric Hobbs, and we're going to talk about Connor Vanover, a guy who might be the final piece to putting together next season's basketball roster. Before we get into that, I need you guys do me a favor and subscribe to our YouTube channel and find us on Facebook, Instagram, and on Twitter. So Connor Vanover, 7'5", 227 pounds. I'm going with 7'5". Some sources have him at 7'3". The Oral Roberts website, where he played last year, listed at 7'5". So that's what I'm rolling with. And at 7'5", guys, it's the skinniest 227 pounds you ever saw. We'll talk about how that affects his game in a little bit here. He's originally from Little Rock, Arkansas. He began his career with Cal Golden Bears. After a year there, he transferred to Arkansas. He had to sit out a season. Remember, that used to be a thing. He played 2 years at Arkansas with the Razorbacks, hometown school, and then transferred to Oral Roberts for this past season. He helped Oral Roberts go, I believe, unbeaten in their conference, win the league, 30 wins in the NCAA tournament. So a big piece there for a winning team. A year ago, for the Golden Eagles, he averaged a little more than 12.5 points a game, a little more than 7 boards a game, and just north of 3 blocks per game. Now, this is going to be his final year of eligibility after all that transferring around. He used his redshirt year to sit out when he had to transfer to Arkansas from Cal. He was on an official visit to Mizzou the middle of last week, and then rumblings very quickly kind of came up like, all right, this is too obvious of a need. It's kind of late in the game. If someone's going to be in town for summer workouts and so forth. So I think a lot of people were expecting this, and here it is. Now, I looked at his film, and he is super tall, super skinny. But he's got range. Guys, he made north of 43s a year ago, as well as blocking 100 shots. I saw a lot of playing above the rim in terms of kind of just keeping the ball away from whoever was on him. Just kind of, I'm taller than you. I'm getting the rebound and immediately tipping it in, or getting the pass, and just on different moves. His jump shot, he holds the ball high enough that it's almost impossible to block. And he had a nice little hook shot move that he showed off a little bit. And there's no blocking that. So he uses his height, which, that's smart. Got a nice mid-range game. He will, against the right defender, he will catch the ball and just from the elbow start backing a guy down from 16, 18 feet, back him down until, whatever move he wants, or until he gets to the rim. In the film I saw, he didn't handle the ball that much. I don't expect him to be a major ball handler. I don't think you're going to see him all too often get the ball and make a move driving to the basket. This is not his game. What he lacks in quickness, he makes up for defensively with just having a ginormous wingspan. There were a couple clips where the highlight was him blocking the shot, but it was something where his height allowed him to get away with not being as quick. A defender would get by him, but then they kind of turn, try to shoot. And while the defender had gotten by him, they weren't far enough away to separate from, Vanover's just huge wingspan, and he was able to block the shot that way. And again, 7'5", a hand straight up in the air. That's hard. That's hard to play against, man. There's only so much you can do. There are going to be matchup problems for him. Again, someone like an Oscar Tshiebwe, who's just big and strong. Everybody's going to have to navigate 7'5", but a big, burly, strong presence down low is going to be able to kind of move Vanover around and just kind of bully their way so that they don't have to worry about 7'5". What does Mizzou get with Connor Vanover? Well, the easy answer is someone tall. Finally, someone taller than 6'8" who has played college basketball before. Because Mizzou does not have that, or did not have that before Vanover, right? You were looking at a starting five of Aiden Shaw and Noah Carter as your forwards, and then just hoping this, maybe Jordan Butler. He's tall. Maybe he can play. Trent Pierce. I don't know. See what happens. You don't want to put freshmen in a situation like that. So yeah, there was not much of anything proven down low. So while he's not a superstar, you at least have something to work with down there. And guys, 7'5", it's almost impossible for Missouri to be worse than they were a year ago rebounding the basketball now. Again, he averaged a little more than 7 rebounds per game. And it's not like he was playing, 30, 35 minutes. So, we'll see how much he plays for Missouri. I think he'll be about a 20 to 25 minute a game kind of guy. Again, we'll see. I do think it's interesting. What happens if, let's say, Jordan Butler is a factor and able to contribute to the freshman? What happens when you get him and Vanover out there? You got 7'5" and 7 foot out there. Oh, that's that's unique. Say that. That's going back to the Haley twins. That's back when I was just a young kid. It's about the referencing the names about all I got there, but two 7-footers. I don't think we'll see it too often, but in some blowout or something, I think Gates has to do it just because the novelty of it. Yeah, I think this is a good piece. I like the fact that while you have someone who's going to at least shore up the rebounding to an extent, he also does fit with Gates's idea of kind of positionless, kind of versatility, all of that. Again, north of 43s. He's going to be able to shoot from outside. And that's something that can also be a matchup nightmare, this time in Vanover's favor. Think about a big burly power forward. I know Sheboy was the example for Kentucky. Think about a guy like that who would be playing outside, guarding a three. I know Sheboy's in the NBA draft, but that's the example I had. That's a problem for anybody like that. So we'll see how much Vanover can use that. He's been a contributor at Arkansas. We'll see what comes of that. One note, Mizzou fans may remember a couple of years ago playing against Arkansas when a guy, real tall guy, who was supposed to be a factor, shot 0 for 11. Well, yeah, that was the worst college basketball game that Connor Vanover ever played against the Tigers there, down in Fayetteville. He did go 5 for 7 in the return game in Columbia, so it's not like Mizzou destroyed him twice. Just a kind of a interesting factoid there to wrap things up. Anyway, that's all I've got, guys. The roster is now complete. I don't see any more moves aside from the mystery of Isaiah Mosley, and we'll see what comes of that. That's it, guys. Under the Arch Sports. Keep it tuned here. Cardinals baseball. St. Louis City SC. Hey, Mizzou football not too far away. Keep an eye out. We're going to have a little preview series going over the roster as fall camp starts to get a little bit closer. Until then, keep it tuned here to Under the Arch Sports.